Happiest new moon, party people. So, as we take some time to rest and reflect, this is your loving reminder that ignorance is unavoidable and it's a natural step in the process. Stupidity is a choice. I'll give you a great example. I can't change. This is the way that I am. That's stupidity. It starts off as ignorance, but then when you think about it, because again, unavoidable, we can't help but feel this way, right? Why is it that after a near death experience, we can completely change when need be? Not even. Sometimes when something just clicks, it clicks. So I'll give you a great example. I was 28 years old when I moved to the Midwest, and coming from the West Coast, I'd always referred to the autumn as autumn. And I knew it was fall. I'd seen it was fall. I'd seen leaves fall. But it was as I was washing dishes and I see the leaves begin to fall that I'm like, fall, because the leaves fall. It's not just autumn. And so I bring that up because, again, I was ignorant, kind of unavoidable. I was aware. I knew I'd experienced the concept of fall. I'd understood it. I held this mental understanding. And yet again, theory versus application until I was there to actually apply that and be like, holy crow, it didn't necessarily click. When you're reading something. For example, when we change dietary habits, when we come across new information, sometimes instantaneously we can make these choices. So again, ignorance versus stupidity. Oh, I don't know if you heard my tummy rumble. I might need to eat. But we can be our own worst enemies. We can be our own best friends. But oftentimes, I find we tend to, in the discomfort of our ignorance and being confronted with that, will then choose to be stupid. We choose to maybe focus on how we're not the problem, how we can't do anything better, how we are the victim, how the external sources are so incorrect, etc., versus perhaps challenging ourselves to understand why we're seeing that, how it could be applicable, just seeing how we can change because we will change. I mean, no matter what, think about it. You shed skin cells every day, your thoughts change. Heck, even the way something applies on one day is not the same, i.e., can of Coke on a day when you are incredibly hot and thirsty versus, when you're having a sad breakup and, you also like Coke, but you're just drinking it to barely get by. So, just some food for thought because, again, no judgments, observations. People love to make whatever you do what they perceive. But until we can kind of regulate, just de stress, hold space, are we even communicating? I'm loving you this day and always.